A young male leopard, waiting for the opportunity to strike on one of the warthogs from the sounder. Hunting is very important, especially at times like now, the end of the wet season. Two plain zebras have joined at the watering hole. Leopards have a special technique which they use in hunting. They are very silent and can camouflage. The warthogs, however, also have a technique, but in defending themselves. They can use sharp tusks to injure their predator. A flock of storks gathered around the watering hole, scooping up fish left in the water. Time is ticking, and he hasn't been seen yet either. It's not good to waste your time waiting on even better opportunities. One more step and he spotted. He jumps out of the grass and sprints directly at his prey. And manages to kill it. Later that same day, we spot him feeding near his favorite tree, and if he wanted to, he'd drag his gill up to the tree, which leopards are known for. An African fish eagle is up there on the tree where it holds its nest. But it's getting darker now. It's better go back to the camp and start recording again by tomorrow. Most herbivores have started migrating out to the south. Hood geese, zebras, tapirs. Unfortunately, some of them die to the climate change and diseases. Here are some of them, recorded without GPS using filters to see them a bit better. But let us actually start observing these magnificent creatures and their journeys that follow them throughout a whole year in the Serengeti. A flock of white-backed vultures. They are the most common, and widespread vulture in sub-Saharan Africa. This is a medium-sized vulture. It has a 2-meter wingspan. And like our vultures, the white back is a scavenger, meaning it only eats dead animals. They can also kill wounded or sick animals. However, if a carcass has too thick a hide for its beak to open, it waits for a larger scavenger to eat first. This slug is about to fly off the tree in search of a carcass. Every day enters the drought into more of the African Serengeti landscape, killing individuals who are eaten by vultures and other scavengers. I all remember the watering hole with the leopard hunting from earlier. Well, this is how it's looking now. And sadly, the leopard too has lost its life out of starvation because of all herbivores who've migrated out, seeking better places. Now, only fish eagles and marrow storks are left here to scoop up for the remaining fish in the pond. But no one can guarantee that they'll stay alive. As herds of African buffalo split up, all males form a bachelor group, while the females keep together in their own group formation. They are signaling the start of the dry season. The African Cape buffalo are known for both killing most hunters and poachers every year, and killing lions with their large horns located on the top of their head. Most animals in the Serengeti of Africa bath in mud to get rid of any insects on their body and to keep cool from the heat. However, there are consequences too. We might actually get to see where buffalo gets hunted. Who knows? Weaker buffaloes don't catch up with the healthy ones, which is why there is a distance between them all. The base camp has spotted an impala herds and sent to destination. Let's take a look at them later on. There we go. After traveling for around 5 miles, we've spotted the herd. The two male impalas are patrolling their territory from bachelor males. It's a slender, agile creature. It can clear formidable obstacles and run at speeds faster than 60 kilometers an hour. They are fleet runners who can leap up to 10 meters in length and 3 meters in height. One of them is very fast. It's exhausted and cannot get up. There's a chance it dies. The herd might leave him if he does not get up soon. He'll most likely die out of dehydration and heat, which is a common death in the dry season. This is the Shakanaka Pride, where the famous Tar and Banda Brotherhood were born. As the male heirs of the powerful Shakanaka Pride, the Brotherhood's success is not a birthright. These brothers, however, have a different story. Like all juvenile males, they are exiled from the pride and must survive as nomads on the lush plains of Botswana. Juvenile males become a threat to the dominant male, which is why they get exiled. Tar and Banda set off alone and grew up together to later claim a territory and eventually a pride as well. This male leader of the Shakanaka Pride is known as Sekakama. At first the two brothers set out to hunt on their own, but this is something new when you haven't got a pride. On the other side, a small pride of lions are also setting up for a hunt. Though it's the same herd, Tar and Banda are sneaking up on. and Banda are disappointed. Morning sunrise and the brothers are on the look or prey again. But they still have to drink as much water as for them to stay dehydrated. Soon this pond will be less than a meter in size. A hard time for them. Eventually, they get more successful and claim their own territory. Tall and Banda follow the scent of a lioness for hours. They won't stop following and making their way to her, even if it includes stepping on someone else's territories. They quickly make it to her, and they end up in a brutal fight with the pride's male. Toss leaves the scene, leaving Banda behind. Following the scent of yet another lioness, lead them back to the same pride a year later. This time, things will get serious. The male gives up, leaving his pride to the brothers. Tom and Banda have succeeded. They now rule both territory pride. Sadly for the lost and broken male, as he walks on the edge of the new pride leader's territory, planets appear and they surround him. The days pass and the pride's females are getting to know the brothers even more. Their bonds are increasing. Banda gets the mating rights first. Go do your dirty work, Banda. An African Cape buffalo herd. They are among those who migrate to better grazing grounds, but always is there trouble and losses on their way. This herd has discovered an elephant carcass, which is a few days old by the look of it, though some buffaloes are just too close to it, which is deadly. All flies that are eating from this carcass are landing on the buffaloes and spreading bacteria, the virus. 3 of them have been infected and will not survive. The herd has abandoned these 3 buffaloes. They are most likely going to die and rot. They are going to die. Slowly and painfully. It's a new day. New sightings of animals are here. The male martial eagle is starting the search for water. The amount of power these eagles have is allowed they can break your arm. Oh, and a pack of African wild dogs have also settled here. They are among the predators who always success when hunting prey. It's a hot morning. Everything nearby is on the search for the only resource that matters: water. But our martial eagle has entered someone else's territory. It's another martial eagle, which is challenging our one for a fight. Our eagle has lost the battle, falling on the ground, exhausted from the fight. And it so happens to be that the pack has seen the eagle, taking a closer look on it. The eagle, however, tries to lure it by showing the wingspan of 2 meters. The martial eagle flees. The dogs keep searching for food and water. The Savanna pack doesn't give up easily. Young eyes, who is the leader of this pack, as well as the alpha male goes. At night, the pack of wild dogs detects and find an impala carcass. There are bite marks, but the corpse is untouched. To leave its kill untouched. Red, Tattoo and Rasta. The lane collision of three was the African dogs. This is a way of showing dominance. Terrifying, isn't it? Another wonderful sighting. It's a plains zebra herd which is migrating south for better grazing. It can take a while until they get there. Plains zebras, or zebras in common, are one of the most recognizable animals in the world. Zebras have very good hearing and eyesight, which helps them stay clear of predators such as lions, hyenas and cheetahs. They are known to travel great distances to find food and water when the dry season arrives. And that is what this herd is doing right now. There are many, but the loss of members is also increasing faster. And like many ungulates in Africa, zebras do not require short grass to graze. Instead, they eat a wide variety of different grasses and sometimes even eating leaves. And this small herd of blue will do so anew, traveling at a speed of 40 to 45 kilometers per hour. They are among Africa's most common herbivores too. They have finally made it to the river. The bravest will cross first, and then comes the rest. But it's not that easy. This river is home to Nile crocodiles, who will prey on anything that they have chanced to kill, including you. One member was taken down to the depth by the crocs. The others have made it and continue their migration. In this acacia forest of southern Serengeti, we have Puda, a male leopard that has been controlling and owning his territory for 5 years. Fighting off any rebel males, he has survived ever since he left his mother without having to leave his territory he claimed. He is a real champion. Leopards are mostly nocturnal, which means that they hunt prey at night. They are carnivores, but they aren't picky eaters. When hunting impalas or any other medium-sized antelope, leopards tend to jump from trees or ambush them from behind. Kule has spotted this herd from a distance. He hides up in a tree and waits, because impalas can sense danger from quite a distance, and he cannot risk losing prey. As expected, the herd grazes in the shadow so that nothing can possibly spot them. It's a good decision, but have they ever thought about leopards? Danger lurks everywhere, and even in the shadows. But did you see that? How quickly to jump and pounce one of them? Being agile is really helpful when hunting. Just amazing. Lionesses seeking up on a lone zebra left to die. Lionesses are the proud hunters. The males usually protect the territory whilst the females hunt. A quick pounce by the pride's hunt leader. Lions ambush the prey and surround them if they can. However, a zebra's kick and kill one if it hits critically. The pride's males make their way to them, scaring the females off with their charming because males eat first, and once they're finished, the females and cubs they found their feast. The scavengers have already started waiting for their turn. This pride is called Milahoma pride. The two dominant males patrolling their territory leads them back hungry, so yet again they scare away the females. It's quite tough for the lionesses. When there's nothing left to eat from the carcass, the Bilaharian prouds got to find the second most important resource, water, and the scavengers rule in. The vultures beak up and rip off skin easier than it would for other scavengers, such as jackals or hinds. The Bilaharian pride sticks together no matter what. The leader, Paul, never leaves any of his members behind at any cost. Their bonds are strong. The Cape turtle dove is extremely common and is found everywhere in southern Africa. It lives in most types of woodland, as well as farmland, suburban parks and gardens. Mainly seeds, as well as fruit, nectar, leaves and insects. Generally, the Masai giraffe live throughout Africa. However, due to loss of habitat and deforestation, they are only found in the savannas of Kenya and Tanzania. Giraffes are the tallest land animal in the world at an average height of 5 meters. Lions are everywhere. This group of lionesses, know it and for pride, are hunting this fellow giraffe here. strike and bring it down. A young male appears and gets scared and chased by the lionesses, but the massacre offers the opportunity to flee, and that's exactly what it does. The group has to get another meal. And at last, the dry season ends and comes the small rains that last the short time. The grass finally gets its original color, which is green. It's a fresh morning, around 20 degrees. These zebras love the moisture and are searching constantly for newly filled watering holes all over the Savannah. Zebras are known for their stripes, which are unique like fingerprints. Their stripe help camouflage them too. Each zebra has its own stripe pattern, which is incredible. That's how they can confuse their predator in picking prey. Zebras are most closely related to horses and donkeys. A young male bachelor zebra has walked up to the stallion for a fight. A zebra's kick is so powerful that it can kill a lion. Well, it depends on where it kicks its challenger. The stallion knows how to take on young males and beats him. The wet season starts to arrive. The herbivores migrate back. It's a relief for the animals after such a dry and warm season. As it has started raining over nearly all Serengeti, tapirs and gazelles have migrated back on the plains, grazing in the rain. But where else, herbivores, there are carnivores who are waiting to hunt. This is Kaime and his brother hunting this herd. Cheetahs are the fastest animals on the planet. They can reach speeds of up to 120 kilometers an hour. They can run at full speed for approximately 20 to 30 seconds. And at last, the brothers got what they wanted. It's actually quite rare seeing cheetahs hunt in stormy weather. And finally, some peaceful animals. These giraffes are wandering to a watering hole to fill their thirst. It's a magnificent sunset. Doves and other birds mourn if there is any fruit nearby. They have finally reached their destination. With nearly a wingspan of 3 meters, the leopard-faced vulture is one of Africa's most aggressive birds. They tend to arrive last for carcass due to the ability to tear off skin, tendons, and ligaments that are too tough for other scavengers. We have managed to film amazing footage of these vultures at early morning. Amazing, isn't it? Sadly for this one, it didn't catch up with the others. As it continues to rain, wetlands and marshes fill out and a lot of fish return back. which is exactly what all these marabou stocks are after. They fill the area in great numbers and eat as much as they can. Well, some of them steal and bully others for free food. But bullies don't get treated so well either. A pair of fish eagles to their fish they stole from the other stock. Every bully learns its lesson. Finally, what we've searched for is found. A herd of African elephants. They are the largest animals that walk around on Earth. This herd, led by one female matriarch, has stopped at a watering hole where they're most likely going to mate and stay here for a day or two. The cool facts about these African elephants are their ears are shaped like the continent of Africa. We have been shared some recordings from our partner here. The credit is down the screen. An injured elephant can't stand his wounds anymore and passes away the next day. Like us humans, they have very strong social bonds with each other. They mourn their dead. I don't think it's a good idea, getting too close to said elephants. In this clip, we get to witness brave teamwork of only two male lions. The ambush starts. The buffalo is down. The herd is watching. suffocating the victim, is left. The sun sets with powerful roars and a dead victim. The rest of the herd stampedes away on the dark Savannah. The wet season is moving in very fast, and the landscape is getting green again. This is a brilliant sign of life. And now the plains are back to life. The wet season is back. This hired common sessile, one of Africa's fastest antelope, reaching a speed of 90 kilometers an hour, are keeping an eye on us from the jeep. An unexpected rainstorm has covered the landscape. The hyenas are surprised and therefore venture out. And then they all just take shelter using the tree. Sometimes rain can be boring. Let's just head back to the camp and continue the search after the storm. But hold on, don't we want to see what's happening in the oceans and waters too? Of course we do. Let's get there immediately. Well, the first thing we see is a curious great white shark. We didn't believe they'd be around here at this time. These massive sharks, world's largest predatory fish, have been here before the dinosaurs came close to us. These 18-meter-long sea whales are the third largest whale species on the planet. Sea whales are usually observed alone or in small groups of 2 to 5 animals. They're fast swimmers that can reach speeds of over 34 miles per hour. Their lifespan is approximately 60 years. Sea whales are migratory animals believed to move between feeding and breeding grounds. Time to move back to land and take a break for now. The way back to land was remarkable, wasn't it? Danger has been spotted. Alarm call set off. Every impala is aware of what lurks down the hill. Impalas tend to stay on lower grounds, but in this, they are safer on the hill. They're very fast to react, especially when they can see their predator. Impalas are fleet runners who are able to leap distances of up to 10 meters. Beautiful, aren't they? We wake up to a battle. This is predator versus predator. A hyena comes around 2 young male lions. Due to their young age, they cannot fight a clan this large. The lions cannot keep the hyenas at bay for much longer. And at last, they flee and leave the kill to the clan. Hyenas have one of the strongest bites in the animal kingdom, so it's best not to mess with them. Down the river, we spot a hartebeest crossing the river. just in time. Amazing, wasn't it? A group of our trail cameras have started a woodhog digging incident. Since it rained a lot, the soil and the land is way softer. Warthogs normally live in groups known as sounders. Like their relatives, warthogs are plump, hooved animals with large nostrils at the end of the snout. This one isn't aware of what's hiding in the grass. Two lionesses appear with one pouncing the feather, but it manages to break free and flee. Warthogs can turn around very fast and actually rip apart skin with their elongated tusks. This one is very lucky. Sad things happen too. The wild dog has been exiled from its pack. This is due to getting shot by sport killers. No time to get emotional, friends. At least not for now. A very rare black rhinoceros has been found grazing around on the plain. Rhinos for short are one of Africa's most critically endangered species. At 12 to 18 months, the leopard cubs are ready to live on their own, as though they're just a threat to their own mother. Leopards depend on their mother for till they are nearly 1.5 years old. The cub is for now confused to why its mother is leaving her, but she will do the same when she has a grown-up offspring. This is probably a hard step starting your own life. Following impalas is quite majestic, but moments before they are about to join other herds and create a big one is a way cooler. The two herds have combined and formed a larger one. These two male lens have just stepped on a new territory, and they are here to claim a pride. And with violence, this small pride here, consisting of 4 females and 1 male, is known as the Bomini pride. This land is owned by Banshee, the dominant male. Yet those 2 rebel males come, running and attacking Banshee. Banshee wins this fight, leaving the rebels fleeing, but not for too long. Panicking buffalo herd stampedes right down the riverbank with the pride is. Banshee gets critically injured. He can no longer stand his wounds. Another week has passed, but she is in the early stages of starting to heal. However, the odds have changed. The rival males are back. This time they claim the pride without a fight. The old broken king has lost and is forced to flee. After the males killed the cub, Ben's mate set off to find him. For hours, for miles, until she actually finds him at the very edge of the pride's territory. He cannot even stand up. The old king's time is over. It's time for her to say goodbye. This is Africa in cameras.